Hey everyone, this is Bob from Alaska.org. Let's talk about how much an Alaska vacation costs and how you can get the most value out of your budget. And let me start by saying Alaska is not a discount destination. It's expensive, but it's worth it. The short answer is that $400 a day is a really good number to use for a quality overland vacation where you don't have to cut corners. And that includes everything except your flights to Alaska. So it includes nice lodging and a really ample budget for excursions. So if you come for a week to 10 days, you can expect to spend $3,000 to $4,000 per person. Within this price range, let me share some tips on how you can get the most value for your budget. First, let's look at excursions. I always tell people, excursions are your single most important budget item. This is how you get out into the wilderness that you came to see. I recommend budgeting $150 per day and you will be covered. For example, let's say you took a 7-day trip that included Seward, Anchorage, Talkeetna, and Denali. Here are all the things that you can do. That's a complete vacation. Ironically, the way to get even more value out of your budget is to do more excursions per day, and that's because of lodging. No two ways about it, lodging in Alaska is expensive. The average summer hotel room costs about $275. Fortunately, most people travel double occupancy, which cuts that cost in half. You can also find economy lodging and good bed and breakfasts in almost every destination in Alaska. And those cost about $100 less per night. Ground transportation is also expensive in Alaska because we don't have well-developed commuter rail or other public transportation systems like you may be used to. In summer, rental cars start at about $100 per day, and train travel is even more expensive and considerably slower. Think of the Alaska Railroad more as a tour product than as just basic transportation. It's worth doing, but most people who travel by train will take it once or twice, and then they'll travel the rest of the time by tour bus, which is cheaper and faster. However, if you have 2 or more people in your party, the cheapest and most flexible way to travel is rental car. Our peak season runs from the second week of June to the end of August, and before and after that is what we call our shoulder season. And if you travel during that time, you can save 20% on your overall trip cost. And that's because hotel rates are about 30% cheaper and car rental can be as much as 50% cheaper. High value excursions. Certain day tours offer a particularly good value. And this is because they're relatively inexpensive, you see a lot, and the experience can fill up a half or even a whole day. Here are some of my favorite examples. The Denali Park Road Tour offers some of the most cost-effective wildlife viewing you can do in Alaska. For the price of a bus ticket into the park, you have a really good shot at seeing bear, moose, and even caribou. No matter where you are in Alaska, there are hiking trails nearby. And I like to think of these as free excursions because in a matter of minutes, these trails take you deep into a wilderness of mountains and rivers and forests. If you don't like to hike, drive our scenic highways. There are almost no boring stretches of road in Alaska, and there are pullouts everywhere. You can stop, you can take photos, you can look for wildlife, or just smell the tundra. If you have an Apple device, go to the App Store and download our free mobile app. It's called the Alaska app, and it uses GPS to show you all the points of interest near you. If you found this video helpful, we offer an even more personalized service. Tell us exactly what you want to do in Alaska, and we will provide you a free trip quote. Also, be sure to check out our other tips on Alaska.org.